Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Everyday Raphael on Amazon Live. We are outside. Look, I got these medical gloves on. Um, yes, we are back. Happy Tuesday. Waiting for everybody to get in here. All right. All right. Today's live is focused on gardening. Today I'm going to be outside gardening my fruit trees that I recently purchased. I have a peach tree and a plum tree out here. So I'm going to be repotting those and changing out the soil for those, adding compost, and adding plant food spikes as well. So if you're just joining in, I'm going to be doing a little gardening today. I'm so happy to be back on. It seems like every time we have that break in between, because I'm on only 2 times a month. It seems like every time we have that break in between, it seems like forever, right? All right. If you're watching currently, just type in the chat and let me know you're here and that you can hear me, because I'm testing out this mic here. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet, so let me know if you can. All right. I'm so glad that you guys can join me today. Hope you guys can see me really good and hear me good because, it's kind of windy outside today. All right. All right, so we're going to get started with the first product here on Amazon for today. I'm going to go to it right now. So we're going to start with the basics. First up, I have this Scott's topsoil. I'm using that today on my trees to repot those. So the soil I got from Amazon and it's shipped here within probably the next day with Prime. Um, it's fairly quick. So once you purchase it, you'll get it probably next day, depending on where you live. And very easy. I used it before, so very easy to use. And I feel like it's a great soil to use for your plants, for indoor plants, for outdoor plants. You can use it for gardening, like if you wanted to dig up for gardening in the yard or whatever, you can use it there as well because it blends well with the natural dirt. So that Scott's um, topsoil is a great product to use. And go ahead and add that to your cart now because they do sell out fast because they're cheaper here on Amazon, I believe, than most other major retailers. So make sure you go ahead and add that to your cart and get that added and purchased if you wanted to go ahead and do so. I did want to go ahead and do a live like this for today because I feel like a lot of people don't have many hobbies during the summer, especially as we get older. Especially if you're in my age range, I will be 30 next year. So with me just turning 29 last month, I wanted to come up with new hobbies that I like. I'm already baking a lot. I'm already doing a lot of home decor, home interior designing and stuff like that. And I just wanted to add something to my hobby list. So gardening, I felt like was a good one to just increase my skills and also help me mentally. It's a great mental break as well. And um, hello to everybody coming in. Thank you so much for watching for today. Let me know if you guys can hear me, please, because I have a new mic. Um, but what I was saying was just, if you wanted to make gardening a hobby, it is a great hobby. So far, I've been pruning these trees you see behind me, this plum tree right here and this peach tree. I've been pruning these trees since I believe March or February, and it has been fairly easy. Um, and it's not hard to do, but it gives me something to do. With me being retired early at an early age, and um, It just gives me something to do during the day. Um, all right. And I did tag in some of these plants here. I did tag in the peach tree right there. It should be in the carousel coming up at the bottom of your streams. That is the peach tree right there. So that is that tree right here. And it comes, I believe, 2 to 3 feet to you. So it will start off small and then gradually grow. Like I said, I had mine for a couple months now, and mine has grown tremendously. I guess because of all the North Carolina rain. I'm not sure. And then I also tagged in the plum tree you see over here. That came in at 3 feet, I believe, and you can get that here on Amazon as well. And that is a methley plum tree. Yes. All right. And then I also tagged in the flower pots. So these flower pots are 10 inches wide and they fit the trees very well. So the thing with that is, currently, if you're not wanting to put the trees down in the yard or you don't plan to put them in ground right away, once you get them, you can pot them like I'm going to pot them today and keep them in there for a while. I would say up to a year or so. It's recommended for up to a year or so to keep them in the pot. And then after that, they need to be rooted into the ground because the roots need to spread um, further than the pot. So if you wanted to pot them in the meantime, that is a great pot to do so. Um, I believe between 10 to 16 inches wide is a great length to get your pots in. So make sure that you're getting a big enough pot for these trees because if you get them too small, they're not going to grow how you think they will grow. All right. All right. And I believe we will go over the other products as we go. I did add in a few extra things, and we'll go over that toward the end of the live. Uh, all right, so let's get started with potting one of these fruit trees. All right, so I just got done potting my peach tree, um, and this is in a new pot. So this is one of the old pots that I had. You see how much smaller this one is compared to that one, right? So I put the new soil, I put the compost, and I just watered it before I came on live. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my plant food spikes. So I got these Miracle Grow plant food spikes, right? And they look like this. And I'm going to add them to the bottom of your streams right now. All right, there they go. And it's recommended for this size pot to put at least 6 of these spikes in there. And you want to do it when the soil is moist. So I'm going to break off 6 here now. All right. And I'm going to make my way over there and put them down in the soil. And they give you this little spike to like put down in the soil to make way for the plant food to go down in there. So this holds the plant food. This is the plant food, and it holds all the nutrients and things like that to keep the tree um, fed and keep it nutritious and things like that, and while it's in the pot and growing. All right. So I'm gonna make my way. I'm actually gonna pull it over here. Well, I would pull it over here, but Dax is currently laying on the ground, so I don't want to move him out the way. So I'm gonna go over here. You should still be able to see me. I'm gonna turn the camera. And I believe if the mic is working properly, you can still hear me while I'm over here doing it. So I'm just gonna make a little hole and putting them down right into it. Now you want to keep them um, a good middle, right in the middle of the tree and the pot itself. It said so. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go around in a circle with all 6 of them and make sure you push it down as far as possible. And you want to you want to make sure that you are putting them in the soil while it's moist, because it's going to absorb the water and do its thing while it's down in the soil. And make sure you space them out well enough. All right. All right, got 2 more to go. And I did order some liquid plant food as well. I mix that in with my water every time I come out and water the plants. If it doesn't rain, I come out and water the plants maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So these fruit trees do require you to water them 2 to 3 times a week. And they do require at least 5 gallons of water, which is a lot of water. So you want to make sure that you're giving them enough water and what they require, because if you don't, they will start to die off and will not continue to bud as needed. So make sure that you guys are watering it properly and not less or more. All right. All right. So, hey to everybody just coming in. I just got done adding my plant food spice to my peach tree that I just repotted before coming on live for today. We just got started not too long ago, so you're you haven't missed anything yet. So here's the plant food liquid right here. That's the Miracle Grow Pour and Feed plant food that I use. Like I said, it's liquid, and I mix it with my 5 gallons of water for each tree. So I believe it's like a cap and a half full of plant food liquid. All right, so I'm going to get started on repotting my plum tree now. And Dex, I'm going to need you to move to the side for me. Dex, you got to go over here, okay? Thank you. Say hey to everybody. Everybody say hey to Dex. Hey, y'all. You got something on your face. Dex loves being outside while we do yard work. I cut the grass on, when was that, Sunday? Sunday or Monday? Yeah, I believe Sunday. I cut the grass Sunday, and he was out here all morning trying to play with the lawnmower and weed eater. All right, so I have to exchange this soil into another pot, and I'm going to put it into this old pot here once I take out the tree. All right, so, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, in the chat here, while I do this. And I will also be walking you through the steps of what I do. If you watch this over again on YouTube, or we watch here on, if you rewatch it here on Amazon Live, um, just feel free to ask me any questions via DM on Instagram at Everyday Raphael, or on YouTube once I upload it in the comment section. All right. Let me get my other glove. And I couldn't find my gardening gloves, so that's why I'm using these medical looking gloves to pot these plants. And plus, I hate dirt under my fingernails. That's like one of my pet peeves. So I had to put something on my hand. But in the meantime, let me try to move the camera down so you guys can see the pots. All All right, there we go. All right, so what I do is I try to scrape as much as I can off the top. All right, just to get that top layer off. All right, and I just try to wiggle it a little bit. Um, just lift. And what you want to do is you want to try to run your fingers through the roots here and shake it pretty much like how you would like wash your hair in the shower. Just like run it through, shake it, to get all that excess old dirt out before you put it into your new dirt. If you're just starting off with a new tree, I would suggest taking whatever dirt that they currently have it in and keeping it in that dirt because it's used to that one. What I did with this one when I first bought it, I put it into some dirt that was already in these pots when we first moved into this house, and I shouldn't have did that because I didn't know what type of dirt it was. So that's why I am currently repotting these trees, and I want to make sure that they're good when it comes to um, the season ahead, and want to make sure that they are good for the season ahead in the winter, the fall, when it gets those colder temperatures, etc. All right. That snow. Oh my God. Go sit down, Dex. Go. Animals. Dogs. Why he over here eating the dirt, girl? All right, if you guys are just joining, I am repotting my peach tree and plum tree today. Welcome to my Amazon Live. I am on Amazon Live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and I believe that is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and I usually come on here and do a lot of baking and home decor lives or whatever from all the stuff that I buy on Amazon. But today we are doing something a little different, and I am out here gardening and taking care of a new hobby of mine, and that is growing fruit trees. So I believe in the future I will probably progress into like having like a gardening bed and probably eventually a farm. um, but right now I can't see all that. I'll just wait until it happens. But for right now, this is good enough. So as you can see, um, how loose I've got it here. That's how you want it to be when you're repotting. Make sure you shake out all the old dirt. Just get rid of all the old dirt. And I hope everybody's having a great week so far. It is only Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day. And what's we got Thursday, Friday. Next week is 4th of July, I believe. Um, Maybe going out of town. I'm not sure. But I believe I'll be doing a new recipe for 4th of July. So if you guys don't know, I also do a lot of baking reels and things like that in TikTok. So check out my pages, Everyday Raphael, on Instagram and TikTok for new baking reels and recipes. EverydayRaphael.com for all the recipes, full recipes. That's my blog there. So this is the old dirt here. Uh, all right, so we got the new tree in here, right? And I only bought 3 of these, by the way. So 3 was enough to fill for both trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back out. Sit it right there. I'm going to pour this half bag in. I'm going to pour half of that. I'm going to pour half of the half into the pot. And I'm going to pour half of this compost. This is the compost. Let me add that up there for y'all. This is the Wakefield Premium Compost, and it's mixed with biochar and fungi. So it comes in a gallon bag. It's ready to use. You don't need to really mix it with anything, but you can mix it 50-50 with soil. So that's what I'm going to do here since they're outside plants. I did uh, use it on an indoor plant earlier. Um, but I'm going to mix it 50-50 with this soil, topsoil. And you want to break up your soil as fine as possible with your hands until it's like crumbly. Again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. My goal is to eventually get enough like fruits and stuff on here to where I can use them for videos like and make recipes with them. Um, as for the that's for the peach tree. As for the plum tree, that's more so just a favorite fruit in our household um, that we like to eat. So hey, why not have it in your backyard? If you have a favorite fruit, it doesn't even have to be a plum or peach tree. If you have your favorite fruit and it comes on a tree like a lemon tree, or orange tree, why not grow it in your backyard instead of constantly buying it at the market. Now I will say with these trees, it does take um, it does take a couple years for them to grow, from what I heard. So it takes about I was told it takes about maybe a year and a half, 2 years for me to actually see the fruits growing. So I'm not sure when I'm going to actually see it, but yeah. All right. So, all right, I got my soil and my compost mixed all up at the bottom. Now, you want to put a small amount, about a good size amount at the bottom to take care of the bottom portion of the pot. Um, and you want to do that because you want to make sure that the bottom of the tree is well taken care of when it comes to the roots um, or whatever. So give me just a moment. I want to make sure we're good on the live because yeah, yeah, we're good. I just wanted to make sure. Mm. All right, y'all. Yeah, we're good. I just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear me, because I have this new mic that I'm testing. Uh-oh. That I'm testing on my shirt, and I just wanted to make sure that it was on and I wasn't talking for nothing. All right. All right. Yeah. So make sure it's enough in the bottom of the pot, and I'm just gonna add this back over into the pot, and then this is your time now to go ahead and position it how you would want it positioned in the pot. So you don't want it laying sideways. You don't want it, you know, looking all crazy in the pot. So you want to make sure that it's sitting upright in the pot, standing straight up. And I think that's about it right there. And I'm going to try to hold that position. Uh, I'm sorry, Dad. All right, I'm going to try to hold that position, add in the soil around it to keep it upright. And then I'm going to go back over with the rest of the compost that I have. And mix that through. Mix it really good, because once you water it every day, you want to make sure that that compost is really working and fertilizing the plant properly and giving it all the nutrients that it needs to properly grow. I think that's enough right there. And I'm just putting that all around the roots, on the side of the pot. Can't you guys believe? Can you believe it's 4th of July already? It's already gonna be 4th of July next week, and I feel like we just celebrated New Year's. It's ridiculous, but hey, time waits for no one, and yeah, life goes on. Um, yes, everything is available in the carousel. And if you're rewatching this on another platform or rewatching this video on Amazon Live, you can find it in the carousel still, or you can find it on my Amazon storefront under the live video as well. All right, so here's our other bag of soil. I'm gonna dump this over here. I typically mix the compost and the soil together in a different pot and then pour everything over, but it's going to work out just fine, like this as well. As long as you get a hang of everything and you know how to mix it, it'll get mixed properly. So make sure you're still breaking up, like sometimes the soil become in these big chunks. Make sure you're breaking that up really good. And also with the soil, the new soil, make sure that you're like kind of massaging it a little, like gently into the soil. I mean, into the roots. Massage the new soil into the roots really carefully, because you don't want to break the roots. You want to treat them with care because they are what grows your plants. And if you're a person that's always on the go or always traveling, um, as you probably know, you can always buy those water bulbs that you can put into your plants as well. If you're not going to be at home to water them, or you can hire somebody to come and water the plants as well if you got the money to do so. Um, but yeah, I'm going to add a little more. I want to get it up to the lining here on the pots. And I may have some left over, which is good because, as we all know, the rain sometimes washes away soil and dirt um, from the pots. So when it's time to add new soil, I can just add some. I believe, yeah, I have some compost left over. So if I wanted to pot a new plant or so, I can do so. You can just store this in your garage or your storage shed with no problem. And this is a great time to go ahead and pot everything too, because um, before it gets cold, like I said, you want to make sure everything is set in stone with the weather that we're getting now. It's going to be raining a lot soon because July is hurricane season. Um, and especially me being here in North Carolina, we get a lot of rain during hurricane season. So it's a great time to get everything going as far as in flowers and trees. Um, a lot of people like to do it in the springtime as well. So make sure it's getting a lot of sun, a lot of water. Make sure you keep the soil moist and keep them well fed with the plant food as well because it keeps them nice and green and healthy. All right, so that's it for the what tree is this? For the plum tree. All right. Yeah, I have a question. How long have you had these plants? I had these plants since I believe March or April, or maybe in February. I'm not sure. I believe I had these plants since February or March, to be honest with you. Um, and so far, they've been easy to maintain, and yeah, they've been easy to maintain and take care of. I've just been trying to figure out how to properly do so. I've been finding a lot of TikTok creators that have plants like this, have a lot of fruit trees that they tend to every day, and they recommend it because when I purchased it, I had a lot of buds on the plant, and they end up growing fairly big enough, like probably like the size of a golf ball. So I had plums on here, I had peaches on the other one, and the peaches started off as flowers actually when I first purchased the peach one. So they grew into that size since I had it, and um, one of the TikTok creators recommended that to pull them off so that when they're being fed with water and sun, that the roots can focus on their cells growing and that focus on the tree growing rather than the fruit growing. So, um, which makes a lot of sense because you don't want the tree to focus on the fruit right away when it's first starting off. You want it to grow sturdy and grow into itself, before you get your fruits grown on here, and then you can worry about, maintaining fruit. All right. All right, so that's that. We have the soil in there up to that lining. And now I'm going to go ahead and water it a little bit. And you want to get as close to the root, the bottom of the tree as possible. And another trick that I learned as well, make sure that you guys, like if you're using a garden hose, make sure that you're not using it forcefully. So if you have like a like the trigger one where you like squeezing the handle, make sure you're not using it forcibly toward like going toward the dirt, because if it splashes up and like it's actually ruining the roots in the tree. It's not properly watering the tree. So you want to pour over water, or you want to use the water bulbs or whatever to water your tree. All right. All right. So now I'm going to add in my plant food spikes. Right. And remember, you have to do this um, when your soil is moist, and we just watered it. And for this size pot, we have to do at least 6. So I'm going to add 6 in there and space them out. You want to do it between the base of the tree and the rim of the pot. All right. All right. 2 more to go. It's a beautiful day out here today as well, because every other day has been too hot to bear. I believe typically in North Carolina it's been like 92. I believe today is like 87, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we got all 6 of the plant food spikes inside of our dirt now, and I'm just gonna. So here's the plant snippers, the tree snippers, right? And I said I was gonna show you guys these. Let me go back to it. All right, there it is. The garden scissors for plants. So these are very inexpensive here on Amazon. These are Amazon Basics, actually. And these are to snip any limbs from your plants that are currently like inactive, or you feel like needs trimming. And so with these limbs down here, I feel like they need snipping because they're not really they have growth to them, but they're not really. When they had the buds on them, they didn't have any buds on them when the buds was up here. Like they're not really doing anything. So I'm going to snip them, and if they grow back, that's fine, because it means that the roots are doing their job as well. Um, so I think that's all for this. Or should I shake it up some more? I'm gonna leave it be for now, and I'm gonna just move this over here. So I keep them out here on the porch, the back patio, in the sun. It gets a lot of sun back here because it's not a covered area. So um, typically they get a lot of sun and water from the rain. And so the plum one stays there, and then I move the that's toy squeaking. Um, I moved the peach one over to the other side. Oh God, it's heavy. Okay, all right, all right. And I'll show you guys in just a minute how everything looks. All right, so here's the plum, and then there's the peach tree where it sits. All right. All right, y'all. All right, again, so if you're just tuning in, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all the likes. Again, if this is your first time watching Everyday Raphael on Amazon Live, make sure you guys give me a follow. Make sure you guys are liking the live. I really appreciate it. I've been doing Amazon Live for probably about since January, so or February, one of the two. I can't remember, but I really appreciate you guys coming on here each time that I'm on here. And again, today's live was focused on gardening and repotting our fruit trees here. We had a plum tree and a peach tree that we repotted. And I mixed the soil with compost and I added plant food spikes to add nutrition and all of the needs that the plant needs. Um, so that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the live for today. And I hope you check out all the rest of the products as well. I'm not really going to go over them. Oh, I do have one of them here. The This is what I use. Oh no, that's the fruit fly catcher. That really comes in handy during the summertime, during this time of year, because those I tell you, those fruit flies, man, they can really annoy you at the most weirdest times. Um, they like to embed into your drains and lay eggs and it just be everywhere. And I don't have time for insects and bugs, so I do everything in my power to get rid of them right away. So thanks to Amazon, you can purchase these items and make sure you add those to your carts because they're really efficient and they really do work. I promise you. This fly, electric fly swatter right here, I use it like a tennis racket. When I see a fly, they be gone within 30 seconds. I promise you, because I can't stand a fly buzzing in my ear. Um, I'm not going to do it. So, um, yes, this is very efficient too. And if I'm not mistaken, this one comes with three of these. It may just come with one. I'm not sure. Uh, the one I purchased came with three. So, um, yeah, that's available right there in the carousel as well. So make sure you guys check it out. I'm not going to test it right now because if I test it, yeah, it might electrocute me, and I'm not going to do that. um, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. My name is Raphael. I appreciate everything. Make sure you check out all of my new reels and recipes at everydayraphael.com. All of my merch is there. My cinnamon sugar is on there as well. I have a couple new pop-up shops coming to the Raleigh area. You can check them out on my website as well and at mrsugar.us on Instagram and Mr. Sugar in the Kitchen on Facebook and on TikTok. All right. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And this has been Amazon Live for Everyday Raphael. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. All right. Have a great day.